So we'll begin our practice in a seated cross-leg position. Allow the hands to come down to the knees, palms facing down or palms facing up. And just gently lower your gaze or close your eyes as you deepen your breath here. Breathing as deeply and fully as you can. If you need a way to deepen your breath, try inhaling for 3 counts and exhaling for 4. Or maybe you inhale for 4 and exhale for 5. Always trying to exhale longer than when you inhale. We'll allow our breath to settle our mind, calm our body, and center our intention as we begin our yoga practice. On your next inhale, bring your hands to heart center, fingertips touching, palms pressed into one another. This is Anjali Mudra. If you have an intention or dedication for your practice, bring your energy towards it in this moment. From here, we'll come into Om, making the sounds of the letters O-U-M, starting as we take a deep breath here. On your next exhale, release your hands. And as you inhale, take your arms overhead. And when you exhale, pull the arms down to the sides of the body. We'll flow through this 4 more times, following the path of your own breath. And just going as fast or slow as you would like to. When you've finished with this, allow the hands to come down to the sides, beginning to take movement into the head, going from one side to the other. Maybe you allow your ear to come down to your shoulder. Or your chin to your chest, and then to the ceiling. You can take a neck roll if that feels good for you here. And begin to pull movement into the shoulders, going forward, up to the ears, and behind the body. Reversing when you're ready, going to the back, up to the ears, and down to the front. Eventually allowing the shoulders to settle. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, walk the hands as far forward as you can, giving a nice full stretch here. Inhale, bring the hands back into the body, switching the leg that's in the front. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right side. Inhale, untwist, arms float up. Exhale, twist to the left side. And go through this 3 more times, following the path of your breath. Really lengthening the spine each time you inhale and twisting through the shoulders as you exhale. When you've finished with this, return back to the center. Arms come overhead once more, dropping the right hand down to the mat. Left arm comes over, really extend through the fingertips here. Keep that left knee pushed down. Gaze can be forward or up to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm overhead. Keeping that right knee pushed down. Gaze can be forward or up. Inhale, bring it all back to center. Exhale, drop the hands down to the sides of the body. We'll begin to make our way to our hands and knees, finding our tabletop pose. Knees come right under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. We'll find our cat and cow flow, inhaling the head up. Exhale, pull the navel to the spine. Inhale, come up into cow pose. Exhale, pull the navel to cat. Go through this 3 more times. Follow the path of your breath. When you've finished with this, just allow the navel to come back to a neutral table pose. From here, we'll pull the knees together. Pull the feet together, send the hips back, find your child's pose. And we're going to come into a striking cobra flow. So walk the hands as far forward as you can. As you inhale, plant the forearms down to the mat. Pull your head and your chest through. Allow your belly to come down as you lift your chest for your cobra pose. Exhale, push back to child's pose. We'll try this again. Stretch through the hands and the shoulders. Forearms down. Inhale, pull it through. Elbows stay tucked. Exhale, push it back. One more time here. Inhale, forearms down. Head and chest come through. Exhale, push it back. Child's pose. Holding here for 3 deep breaths. You can always bend at the elbows. Take Anjali Mudra behind your head. Or just allow the fingertips to come to the top of the back. On your next inhale, release here. Bring the hands back down to the mat. We'll prepare for our downward facing dog. Plant the hands nice and firmly. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees up to the ceiling. Begin to walk your dog, bending one knee at a time and then the other. And from here, we'll come into stillness and find our heel raises. Inhale, come up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. 3 more times, trying to keep the front part of the body as still as possible, just allowing the back half of the body to move. On your next inhale, pull the shoulders over the wrists, find your plank. Try not to let the hips sag. Exhale, push the hips back up to the ceiling. 2 more times here. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push back. Once more. Inhale to plank. Exhale, push back. From here, walk, step, or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Bring your gaze forward first. And we'll meet in our first standing forward fold. Palms can come down to the feet or the shins, whatever feels comfortable for your body. Letting the hips come high to the ceiling. You can keep a slight bend in the knees if that feels okay for you. Inhale, come up halfway, find your flat back. Really try to stretch through the tailbone here to flatten the low back. Push the chest down, pull the shoulders up, extend through the neck, and allow the back of the head to be in line with the spine. And this is our flat back or our half fold. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to the hips, elbows to the ceiling, hinge to standing. Arms float overhead, push your hips forward, find your back bend. Inhale, pull it back to the center. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward, hands come down, bend the knees. Step the feet back, find your plank. Drop your knees, untuck your toes, pull your chest and your chin down. 8-limbed pose here. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog here. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, right leg up, 3-legged dog on this side. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, 3-legged dog once again. Exhale, bend that left knee. Pull the shoulders over the wrist as we plunge to the top. And then inhale, take it out. Once more. Exhale, bend that knee, pull it to the top. Inhale, take it out. Allow the left hip to open up. Find your fire hydrant. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Bring it out to the side. Pull it all the way down, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold here. Breathing deeply and fully, 2 breaths. On your next exhale, bend your knees. Step the feet back. Find your plank. Exhale, push the hips high. Inhale, 3-legged dog on the right side. Exhale, bend that knee. Shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, bend the knee. Pulling forward. Inhale, take it out. Exhale, allow that right leg to come out to the side. All the way back down. From here, knees come down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Send the hips back. Find your child's pose. Breathing deeply and fully here. Keep extending through the fingers. On your next inhale, lift the head. Pull yourself back into your cable pose. Left foot comes up to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Finding Anjaneyasana, our low lunge. Left arm comes to the back. Right arm to the front as we twist. Inhale, pull it back to the center. Once more, left arm back. Right arm to the front, twisting. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale, hands come down to the outside of the left foot. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the back knee off of the mat. Inhale, pull it up, finding your crescent lunge. Twisting here, left arm back. Right arm to the front. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist. Left arm back. Right arm to the front. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, the hands down. Send the left foot back. Find your plank. Go up to your down dog. And maybe you pedal the feet out here. Or maybe you keep pushing the chest back to the thighs. Just a couple of deep breaths. In and out of the nose. All right, let's get ready for the right side. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Bend the right knee. Pull it to the top of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toe. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, right arm back. Inhale to twist. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm to the front. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, take the hands down. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the back knee off of the mat. Inhale up. Find your crescent lunge. Exhale, right arm back. Left arm to the front, twisting here. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, right arm back. Left arm to the front. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, drop the hands down to the outside of the right foot. Pull that left foot up. Find your standing forward fold. Maybe you can fold just a little bit deeper here. Hip bones coming high to the ceiling. Allowing the muscles in the neck and the head to relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands down, bend the knees, step the right foot back. Pivot to the center as we find our wide-legged forward fold. Feet are parallel to the edges of the mat. Wrists are right underneath the shoulders here. Go as wide as you would like. You can maintain the wrist under the shoulders. You can walk the hands to be in line with the feet. Or you can flip the hands and let the fingertips face away from the front and face the back. 2 more deep breaths here. Notice if you're hyperextending the legs. On your next inhale, bring the wrists back under the shoulders if they're not. Pivot over to the right side. We're going to come back to that low lunge. Left knee down, untuck the left toe. Plant the left hand, lift that left leg, reach for the left foot with the right hand, stretching through the quads. You can stay here or you can come down to your forearms. If you're on your forearm, come back to that left hand. You can stay here or you can lift that left arm, adding a little balance. Left hand comes back down. Release that left foot. Right hand comes back down. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the back knee off of the mat. Pivot back to the center. And we'll go all the way over to the left. Finding our low lunge on this side. Untuck that right toe. Right hand to the inside. Reach for the right foot with the left hand. Stretching your quad here. Stay on that hand or drop down to the forearm. If you're on your forearm, come back to the hand. You can stay here or you can lift off of that hand and find your balance. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Release the right foot. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the back knee off of the mat. Pivot to the center. Walk their feet in so that they're about 3, maybe 2.5 feet apart. Heels turn in, toes are turned out. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, hands to the hips. Tuck the tailbone as you lift the torso. Arms come out into a T. Bend at the elbows. Here we are in our goddess pose. Connecting with our feminine energy here. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Pivot so that the heels turn back out, being parallel with the edges of the mat. Hands come down. Come all the way back to the right side. Step the right foot to the back. Find your plank. Exhale for your Vinyasa flow. Knees, untuck the toes. Chest and chin. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. Breathe in deeply and fully. On your next inhale, walk the hands in towards each other. Step the right foot up. Step the left foot up. Start to drop your seat. And inhale, take the arms, the hands to heart center. This is Malasana, or garland pose. We'll hold here for about 3 deep breaths. Maybe you come back to your counts. Inhaling for 3, exhaling for 4. And just so you can see if you've never done this pose before, this is what it looks like from the front. And you can let your feet be as wide as you need them to be. And if you're working on the pose, your seat will gradually come down as you increase hip flexibility as well as knee flexibility. So just be gentle with yourself. And respect any boundaries that your body gives you here. On your next exhale, hands can come down to the front or the back, however you decide to come down safely. Bring your spine to the mat, hug the knees into the chest. You can take a few ankle rotations here, maybe some wrist rotations if you need it. From here, you can take a waterfall. Arms come out into cactus or a T. Cactus arms are the elbows bent, just like when we were just in goddess. We're going to extend the legs up to the ceiling. If you have a block or book or pillow that you want to place under the low back, drop the feet, lift, place that prop underneath the low back, and then gently bring the low back down, and then extend the legs up. So this is waterfall pose. And we'll just hold this for a few breaths. Trying to keep the feet flexed as much as you can. Trying to keep the legs nice and straight. And maintaining a 90-degree angle at the hip joint. Relax your tongue if it's on the roof of your mouth. On your next exhale, extend that right leg down. Pull that left knee into the body. Allow the left knee to open out to the side, getting into that left hip. Bring it across to the right if that feels good for you. You can extend the left arm out. Inhale, bring that left knee back to the center. Extend the left leg up. Pull the right leg up, flexing the toes. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Right knee comes in. Bring that right knee out to the right side. Exhale, bring that right knee across. You can take that right arm out. Getting into a little spinal twist here. Inhale, bring the right knee back into the chest. Bring the left knee into the chest. We're going to extend both legs down to the mat and then flip over to our belly. So we can do a bit of shoulder opening before we come to an end of our practice. So we'll take our left hand underneath. Yes. So we'll take the left hand underneath the left shoulder, bring the right arm out to the side, bend the left knee, start to lift that left foot off of the mat and send it over to the right so that we can start to stretch into this right shoulder. If this foot doesn't come all the way down, that's completely fine. So you can just leave it up in the air and bring it back to center. Right hand comes in now. Left arm's out to the side, bend that right foot, and stretch over to the left. Yes. Oh, and your head can come down. I realize I'm looking, but your head can come down. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Both hands are down underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift, find your cobra once more. Exhale, bring it down, and pivot back to find your back on the mat. Supine once again. Hug the knees into the chest. Allow the knees to open here as we find our happy baby. So this is where the knees are to the sides of the body. Ankles are still in line with the knees, just like when we were in those lunges earlier. And pull the legs together. Make sure you have enough space behind you because we're going to come into a plow pose or a plow prep, depending on what you feel comfortable with. From here, pull the feet off of the mat. Start to lift the hips up. So this may be enough for you today, just thinking about balancing here with the knees lifted. You may want to go a little further and start to extend the legs. You could always do this one at a time, okay? And if plow is in your practice, start to allow the feet to come behind you, allowing the toes to touch the floor if they do. If not, that's completely fine. You can let them stay wherever they are. So we want to think about being on our shoulders, lifting through the hips, and getting that stretch in the back of the legs. Just play around with this for a couple of breaths. remembering that it's completely fine to just be here working on lifting the hips. And you might not be all the way up on the shoulders today. You may be halfway there, here. But if you think about lengthening the spine, just like earlier, straightening the spine, and then, once again, hinging at the hips. That's how our body works. All right, when you've done played around with that for a bit, go ahead and come back down to the mat. Give the knees a hug in, pull the forehead into the chest, squeezing it all nice and tight. If you would like to take Shavasana, allow yourself to come down to the mat so that your feet are at the edges of the mat, open to the sides. Back is flat, palms are facing up to the ceiling. This is corpse pose, Shavasana. It is our resting pose at the end of our practice. If you choose to take it, pause this video here for 3 to 7 minutes, and then when you are finished with your Shavasana, restart the video, or not restart, but unpause the video, and meet us in our seated position. All right, so we'll all find our cross-legged easy pose here. Palms can come down to the mat, or you can bring them to heart center. Fingertips touching, palms pressed into one another. Lower your gaze or close your eyes as you deepen your breath, breathing as fully as you would like. Thank your body for everything it was able to do during this class. Thank your mind for supporting you throughout your practice. And thank yourself for dedicating this time to you. May you continue to have peace. May you continue to connect with your breath. And may you continue to come to your body for comfort and support. Namaste.